Hello, everybody, and don't ask what we were talking about prior to going live, okay? You just don't ask. As I said last night, if you were there for that stream, I did play with my my sound recently and adjusted it on like non-stream stuff. So if my volume compared to theirs feels a little off, a little loud, whatever it is, please just let me know so I can fix it. So today for Adventure Camp, our first session ever at Adventure Camp, I believe. I'm super excited about it. We have a guest with us, and that guest is this way, DiamondWyrm. Say hello, Worm.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, just a reminder, a quick recap of what Adventure Camp is. Adventure Camp is designed to be the campaign that we play when the other sessions don't get together for one reason or another. It is a whole bunch of, we're going to call them one-shots, that string together for an ongoing story. Or does it? We'll find out. It does. And, I guess let's just get right into it. Everybody, who are you playing today? We're going to do kind of a round robin and start with Ollie to Eric to Will. Ollie, who are you playing?
I'm playing Peck, same as last time.
Awesome.
Kenku Druid.
Kenku Druid, thank you. Fun little reminder, Kenku can't speak. They can only mimic.
Kenku only speak through mimicry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Eric, who are you playing?
I am Thuntar, a half-orc barbar, according to the Welcome to the Show plaque.
Well,
I stand by it.
It was
Nothing wrong with it.
I mean, Barbarian's a four-banger? Do you really think one of them can sound that out?
He definitely tries.
It's too big a word.
Me, Barbar.
Now I like saying Barbar even more, because now it makes sense. At first it was just like an Ollieism. Yeah.
Will, you?
I'm playing Vikril. He's my half-elf warlock.
The only one you've played so far, right?
Yes, level 3.
And lastly, Worm, our guest. Who are you playing?
I am playing Career Juxo. He is a kobold fighter.
There we go. All right, so let's start off the session. Shoot,
I'm
Ollie.
glad to point out that the only person with a second name, like with a last name, is the kobold.
Yep.
That is pretty funny. Wait, Worm, you didn't get the memo.
These damn kobolds with their fancy last names.
You didn't get the memo. You need to be wearing a red shirt.
Yeah. if you need a minute to go get changed, you know, that's fine.
Tim put a red shirt on, you know.
Was Adventure Camp the game where you cursed us? Yeah, okay.
No, I didn't curse anyone.
I'll put it on later.
You did it. Good enough.
You did it.
He just grabs it off the floor, sniffs it. Meh.
Yeah.
I'll
if
do that.
it passes the sniff test, it's wearable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unlucky for me, I can't smell.
But you do smell. Whatever. So, so let's go live with the actual
Wait,
show.
but the GM is the one wearing the red shirt this time.
What orange?
It's burnt
clearly,
orange.
Clearly burnt orange.
Red on the
Come
stream, just saying.
No.
Oh!
Oh God, why is he wearing
Oh my gosh, Delric has merch.
All right, moving on. The actual session. So starting things up, Peck, Vikril, and Thuntar are actually all companions / friends with one another. A period of time has passed since you guys had defeated the skeletons from before.
He doesn't know Thuntar.
What?
Thuntar wasn't with us in the last one.
Oh, he wasn't? Oh, Thuntar doesn't know Peck. Cool.
No.
But we can assume that you guys kind of met. No, we'll handle that. We'll handle that in game. So after you guys returned from the situation that you had experienced before, finding that ancient tower, the ancient ark that you guys had found, it forcing the poor Dwarger to walk through it, turning into one of those creatures as well. Y'all hightailed it out of there. You retreated to inform your camp about what had happened, and they rewarded you accordingly. What did they reward you guys with? Well, they actually rewarded the people that are actually gone into that session with a +1 weapon of their choice. So, I guess that's just Ollie and Will today. You guys get a +1 weapon. Of your choice means if you use a quarterstaff, it's a +1 quarterstaff. If you use a sword, it's a +1 sword. Moving on. As well as, of course, the experience points that you guys did, the levels that you guys had received. Now that you're there, we can hardly hear some of them. They're turned all the way up, so if there's any sound volumes that aren't me, it's entirely on their end because I'm turned all the way up.
The way you fix that is by turning you down so everyone's the same volume.
I did. I'm actually reduced by 9
I was just
decibels.
saying, if you didn't get that logic, I'd have to give you a smacking.
It's pretty funny because there's literally a 1 sitting next to my face as you say that, which is hilarious. But that has nothing to do with it. I actually already took care of that because somebody had said something a while ago. Moving on. You guys are sitting around waiting for more things to get thrown up there. You don't immediately, when you come back, instantly grab a job. That'd be suicide. You need time to rest and relax. Weeks pass between the times when you come back from a job and take another one. You get to enjoy a good ale, relaxing, some training, stuff like that. Hence why you get to level and whatnot. So you guys had come back, and you're looking for a new job to hit the board. Instead this time of you really haven't gotten the urge to go and get the job yet. No, you're like, I guess we can, but then actually the guy Guntar actually comes up to Thuntar this time, and he comes over to him and he's like, Thuntar,
Hi.
we've met before.
Thuntar remembers. He remembers.
You had this blank look on your face like you didn't know who I was.
That's my normal face.
Seems true enough. I came to find you because I have a task that I want you to handle for me.
I can. Yeah. Okay.
There is a word that a group of kobolds have traveled through an area nearby, and that a few of them got caught up in the traps that we had set over there. Do you think you can handle that?
Thuntar did just pay for very expensive therapy to get over PTSD over a last kobold-related incident. But yeah, I can do that.
I assume kobolds would be something you'd be very interested in experiencing once again.
It's been a little time. It's been a little time since Splat has gotten to squish. Yeah, squish. I'm ready to squish again.
I know that you've made friends nearby, friends that you've worked with in the past. Actually, one of them has done a wonderful job recently. Viceroy, or whatever his name may be. Do you think you can contact that sorcerer or wizard or whatever he is? He's successful in the tasks that he goes on.
Yeah, he made friends with a bird. I like the bird.
Ah, Peck. Peck is a good man. He's true to his word. He has never lied.
He okay.
Well,
I'll go get him.
Then, if the three of you could go and check out this area. You're welcome to bring a fourth if you can find one, but honestly, everybody's kind of scrambling at the board at the moment, trying to find what pickings they have for jobs they can do. If you can go and check out this area, I would greatly appreciate it. You'll be rewarded, of course.
I nod like vigorously, and I turn around and start walking back to the camp. And I was like, I thought we were 4. Yeah, that's okay. And then I'm gonna go back to the to the group of people. Mm-hmm. Particularly, I'm gonna go up to Peck first if I see him first.
Sure. Yeah, you can easily find Peck. What's Peck doing?
Tending to flowers and such.
All right, Peck's tending to flowers. They flowers that are outside of the camp, or the flowers that they're growing around the main tent.
You know what would probably make sense? There's probably like a herb garden or some sort. Mm-hmm. Probably tending to that.
Most of those are actually flowers, so that's fine. Or have flowers on them, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So you go walking up to Peck, who's just sitting there and enjoying tending to flowers.
As is with every time I see Peck, I come up with a handful of seeds and present it to him. I say, "Hi, birdie."
Peck rolls his eyes, yet takes the seeds.
I can't believe
just
you
like-
did it. So stereotypical. It's
Puts
just
them
like-
in like a pocket. Yeah.
Fucking racist.
Yeah, exactly that. He doesn't have that in his repertoire, unfortunately.
He looks at you and he says, I have a job. Want to go get paid?
Yes.
I nod just with like this big goofy smile on my face, and I say, I'm gonna go find V-Man. And I turn around and go in search of what is it? Is that Vicarill?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Follow him.
So you go finding Vicarill, and you're looking around to find him. And where you find him actually is a place where you didn't really expect, considering that you know, he's excuse me, he's a wizard, he's a warlock, right? So where you find him is actually over in the archery range, and he's just finished lining up a shot, and he's lining it up, and he picks up the thing, and he goes to take the shot, when all of a sudden, the bolt goes to shoot, but it gets caught inside the actual channel itself, like the trigger itself. It causes the bolt with all the pressure to snap, and bits of wood and shrapnel kind of go flying everywhere. The string snaps, the bow breaks, the crossbow breaks in his hands, and it literally sits there. A part of it comes flying off the side, smacks him to the side of the face, and he's got a little line in his face that's starting to bleed. Thank you for rolling that natural 1 to start the campaign, Will. Cool. She literally walk up. Ah!
And then you see him throw it to the ground and just shoot the target with an Eldritch Blast. Just pissed off.
Oh, roll that attack roll too. Let's see.
Oh,
Peck
come
just
on.
whistles.
Shoots himself in the foot.
1.
No.
Come on.
Maybe.
I'm rolling. It's rolling.
Well, you hit the target.
Yay.
I walk over and I put my hand on your shoulder. I say, your bow broke.
I look at him and say, yeah, it did.
I'm sorry your bow broke. That's why I used an axe. Axes can't break.
I give him like a strange look.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I don't use an
yeah.
axe.
Axes
I
are
use a
good.
club.
Oh.
Whose axe is this?
Did you steal that?
No, and I dropped it on the ground.
Yeah.
I have a job. We're gonna go
Oh,
fight
you
some
do?
kobolds. Yeah,
Oh, we get
That
to go
works.
kill some kobolds?
it worked out very well
Solve
the first
the problem.
Solve the problem. Yes, well, can we just like stay like further than 50 feet away from them? Because those fuckers, as long as they're within 50 feet of us, tend to really do some damage.
I was taught metric system. I don't know what 50 feet is.
Ah.
But they said we can get a fourth person. That's super cool. New friends.
The only other person I really know probably wouldn't want to do this, but maybe.
Well, what's the worst they can say? Other than, casting an endless curse that kills our family lines. That'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, it would be. Actually, maybe we should go just us three.
Yes.
That's not fun.
It's
He
more
said
fun.
four.
You said you want to
four.
squish them.
Yeah.
All right.
Axes can't break.
I don't
He says
have
it in
an
your
axe.
voice.
Yeah, that's Thunta.
I say I don't have an axe. Just dart my eyes to the axe on the ground.
He looks at you and says,
Peck
"Well, you
picks
want
up
to
the
squish the
axe.
kobolds, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, think about it. With just 3 of us, you'll get more squishing."
Peck takes the axe and puts it on like a table near the archery range,
That
where it looks like it kind of belongs.
I'm forced to agree with you on that.
Mm.
Do need to pick up Splat and Boop. Then we can go.
Okay, how long's that going to take you?
5 minutes, and I just sprint off as fast as I can.
A minute and a half later, he comes back.
And I have this giant club strapped to it, like dragging behind me, and this smaller club strapped to my side. And I walk up to you and sling the bigger club over my shoulder, and I say, "Ready."
Well, he told you where we're going, I assume?
I think very hard. Did he tell me where we're going?
He gave you a map.
I think very hard. I just say, no, he didn't. He did do. He gave me a piece of paper. Maybe it's a clue. And I fish out the map and I pull it out and I hand it to him.
I like take it. I don't even unfold it, and I hand it over to Peck. And I'm like, tell him where we're going.
I just start walking. I have one hand. Actually, I put it in like a folded bit of my quarterstaff just so I can look at it while I walk.
Mm.
I like the bird. I wonder why he doesn't come with a cage.
Birds don't typically like cages.
Oh.
And like as I say that, a bird comes flying down and lands on my shoulder.
Hey, that's a small bird. Are you guys friends? Pointing at Peck.
Peck just like gives, like he's got old man. I don't give a shit eyes because he's an old man. So he just like looks at you for a bit and then keeps walking. Just silent.
I think they're best friends. And I start walking the whole time.
They probably are.
I'm talking to the bird on your shoulder,
That's
just
fine.
like anybody else.
Okay. So as you guys are starting to leave, some guy comes walking up to that table. He's like, "There it is! Oh, I've been looking for this for so much time now." And then he picks up the axe. He's like, "Where did you get off to?" And like
I
walks
put
off
like
with the axe.
my hand. Yeah, I put my hand on Eric's character's back, and I'm like, "Come on, let's go."
Yeah. Well, that Eric just more or less made a half-orc Kender. Lovely. All right. This thing that you cast, your Find Familiar, is like insanely long, but that's okay. So
We know
you guys,
what Find Familiar does by now.
Yeah, you know what Find Familiar does, yeah.
It's just funny because it's like insanely long in the. It's like one of the few spells that don't fit in the chat window I have set up. But let's keep going. So you guys head out and start making your way. I imagine you do swing by to speak to what's her name, to see if she wants to come along. And as you go walking in, you're kind of like,
Lumen. By the
Lumen,
way.
thank you. She's like, you're like, "Oh, we got a job," and she's like, "What?" Like, "Well, we gotta go through this area with a whole bunch of cobalt." No, because apparently a few of them got. No, but you have to. No. Oh, okay. I don't think she's over her kobold fear yet.
I expected that's how it was gonna go. So.
Yep. And so you leave without Lumen. And so you guys start heading towards the area where the kobolds are said to have been. Now, when you guys get there, could you roll me your survival checks to follow the map? Okay.
I was gonna check if I had Wild Cunning. I actually don't have it written down.
Okay. So you guys roll very well to go and find the area where they had on the map until it's a small patch of woods where they are. It's a patch of woods still only a few miles wide. And inside the area, you very easily find a whole bunch of kobold tracks that pass their way through. You also find a whole bunch of traps that have been triggered here. Do me a favor, and you're welcome to roll me survival, perception, or investigation checks. It's a big or. Awesome. So, you guys are walking around trying to find out what's going on and where it is. And as you guys are looking around, you can see tons of traps were in fact triggered. Hanging traps, like the tripwire ones that like grab you by the leg and like hang you upside down like a rabbit. Pit traps where you step up. Oh no, there's really a net with leaves on it, and you tumble in, and so on and so forth. A whole bunch of traps were in fact triggered. However, there are no kobolds trapped until you do hear noises coming from off to the side. And as you guys make your approach, you try to do so quietly. Roll me your stealthy checks, please.
I'm good at this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So, as you guys are sneaking away over there, Peck is able to make his way across crunchy leaves without even the slightest bit of sounds being made. As a matter of fact, gets all the way to the rim of a hole where he finds inside of it a kobold down below. A kobold who's standing there looking like...
Right. So, you see a blue kobold, and he is he's under 3 feet, just under 3 feet tall. emerald green eyes. He has a snaggle tooth, which is like a tooth that kind of, sticks out of the mouth.
Thanks.
And
I was gonna say, we know what a snaggletooth looks like. We looked at Scott.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, got him.
and he wears a he wears a necklace with a ruby on a silver chain and with a red sash out of his, basically just a leather padded loincloth.
Awesome. Will, roll me a dex save.
Yep. I'm good at those too, I swear. Oh.
Okay, so as you guys are walking along, you can't help but hear the heavy crunches. So Thuntar is actually doing a really good job of staying out of sight. However, everywhere he steps, there's a very audible thump, 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 and there's lots of crunch, 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 crunch of all the leaves that he's stepping on. Very audible, easy for you to pick up Peck. But he's actually genuinely staying out of sight. What is it? Visceral? Vicryl?
Vicryl. Yeah.
Vicryl. Vicryl is, however, rather obvious, avoiding the crunchy leaves that Thuntar doesn't notice. However, has a terrible job of staying out of sight, of staying hidden. And actually, at one point in time, goes walking forward and steps into it's kind of like you look over, you look down, you see this kobold who looks up and sees you. And right before you guys start to have an exchange, well, he doesn't see you, sorry, with the natty 20. He looks up because he hears noises going on out there, doesn't see you. And you kind of look to the side and reach out your hand to give some sort of warning, as all of a sudden a trap goes off around Vikryl's leg, and he goes flipping upside down as a branch kind of pulls back really high, and he's hanging there, bobbing upside down as the rope is trying to regain its balance. He's like, he didn't notice it with his natty 1 investigation.
How high up am I?
You're only dangling off the ground by about 4 feet. Your foot itself is your body length above that.
I look at him hanging there and I say, "Oh man, be really helpful to have an axe right now."
He looks at you like he was gonna ask for help, but then when you say that, he lets out a loud audible sigh, and he's gonna Eldritch Blast at the tree branch.
Man, missed opportunity. You're gonna say, and I was just about to axe.
No,
I got him.
I'm not going there.
Vicryl
I've had
isn't
enough
funny.
puns
Vikryl's like a freaking emo kid.
He's slowly come out of his shell.
It's true.
But yeah, so I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the tree branch.
Pew. Oh!
Hey!
So I'm guessing I hear this.
You blast that tree branch with insane precision, taking the entire thing down as it comes crashing down to the ground. I mean, you fall on your back. As it comes crashing down to the ground, it's one of those things where the branch comes crashing down right next to Thuntar as well, making sure that he, knows that. Thanks, I appreciate your comments. It doesn't hit him or anything,
right?
But you hit the ground. Yeah, you hear all of that. However, you do not see what's his name there? What's his name?
Peck.
Peck. Thank you. Ollie has it written correctly too. Thank you, Ollie. I just didn't notice it. But go ahead.
Yeah, I help. I kind of help him up by literally just grabbing him and picking him up, dusting him off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I say, you should watch your step.
He looks at you. Thanks. I hadn't noticed.
Where's Burby? And I look around.
Ollie, what are you doing aside from watching them be fools?
I've just gone up to the edge of the pit that the kobold is in, just crouched by it, is just staring.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see the pit at all, Scott?
And I can hear
yes,
them.
you do eventually. It's not prior to now, but you're making your way over to it. It's oh hey, what's that over there? This whole time, Worm, what is your character doing?
I'm just. So can I hear this going on? The trap going off. Okay. Who's out there? Can you help?
I assume this is in common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understand.
Obviously, everybody hears that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna walk towards the source of the noise.
I'll bring up a hand so you guys can see it. stays
And
there quietly.
seeing that Peck is over there and the noise is coming from the hole, I'm gonna approach the hole and look in it.
Yeah, I'd do the same.
And you guys walk over to the hole, and you look in and see the kobold that he just described, snaggletooth and everything.
I look at him for a moment. I shrug, unlatch my great club, and I say, "Well, this one's in the hole. It's gonna be easy to squish."
Don't squish me.
I don't think you belong here.
That's our job. Ah!
That was from forever ago, Ollie.
He has them written down. He must, because he got a couple of them already.
It was a perfect voice. It was like exact from last time.
Yeah.
That was good.
Ollie's good.
I remember. I'm not going to play a Kenku and not keep a list.
Listen,
Yeah.
all I'm saying is that was perfection. All right, go ahead.
I'm generally surprised by by Ollie's character. But
Just fucking like prods you in the belly with it. Just like behave.
I look at I look back at him and I say, "So we're not gonna smush this one? How do we know which one's to smush?"
I'll interrupt.
Peck honestly shrugs.
I'll interrupt and say, wait, our job, we were told to kill them?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really remember. I should have wrote it down.
Is it written on the map?
I vaguely remember him saying something about killing.
Solve the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're supposed to solve the problem.
Yeah,
I look down the pit and I say, in common, what weapons do you have?
I have a longbow, I say, pulling out my longbow, and a rapier, I say, pulling out my rapier.
I lean down and I'm like, hand them up.
And my wit.
I was about to make a joke like that.
It's about as sharp as it comes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, but these are my only weapons.
Yes, but either we kill you with your weapons or we don't without them.
Oh, I guess that very well, I say as I hold them up high.
As you reach up, rather than grabbing the weapons, I actually just reach down and just grab you by the arm and like pull you out of the hole.
Ah!
Still holding your weapons.
I pick him up and I say, "I got the weapons," and I him.
Well, put him down
I
and keep
put
the
him down.
weapons.
Give those, please. And I point at the weapons. You're now out of the hole, though.
I hold them out to you.
Oh, I grab them and I say, these are too small to use. Thank you, though. And I'm going to hand them back.
I just like.
I look very surprised, pulling the
I
weapons
show my
back.
weapons.
I like shrug at him. I shrug at him and I like, what? I can't use them.
We weren't going to use them. We were making sure that he couldn't use them.
Oh. Don't. Then I point very aggressively at him.
Intimidation.
Okay.
So, are we supposed to be bringing these things back if we're not killing them?
Yeah.
Scott, how far did we travel?
Like the better part of a day, but not anything beyond that. Like if you guys really, really pushed it, you could make it back today. But you'd have to
Anyway.
really push it.
Like, Eric the PC, totally forgot what we were supposed to be doing.
Yeah, Eric has no idea.
No, that's
Not making
perfect.
it easy.
That's perfect. Because that's food talk.
No one else was told.
Yeah. Wait. He said there were more than one of these, yeah?
Well, yeah. There's always a lot of kobolds. They just kind of like, they're together.
Well, but what if we...
Except for this
what
one.
if we-
Worm,
what
feel
if
free, because
perhaps-
you can understand everything they're saying. Feel free to interject and speak
I'm like,
your
what
rabbit.
if perhaps we don't just go for the ones that are caught in
Other
the
kobolds?
traps, the easy ones to get? What if he leads us to the rest of them?
I'm
Yeah.
not with other kobolds.
What?
You've not met other kobolds?
Well, I have, but
Can I do I don't know what kind of check this would be, but could I see, like, you know how last time you said that the kobolds seemed like they were under some type of, like, spell, or, like, some type of, like, they weren't acting like kobolds. They're acting very strangely. Could I, like, what kind of check would I do to see if...
Insight, if you're trying to see if he's behaving normally. Okay, so he seems to be behaving, I mean, different from other kobolds in the sense that he's not like, yep, 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 and attacking you, but he seems to have his wits about him. Hey, Worm, do me a favor. How old is your character?
25.
Okay,
Wow.
nature check, everybody.
Wow.
Not Worm. Worm's not allowed to roll dice.
He's definitely a kobold.
All right, so
Peck's just been staring at the kobold this whole time.
Peck knows that he is probably the oldest kobold he's ever seen in his life. Kobolds are usually between the ages of like 4 and 8, and since they live significantly like 50% longer than humans, usually adventurers murder children. However, this is a fully grown adult kobold.
How are you gonna tell us that, Peck?
Peck has no way of wording this. Peck Peck knows. Peck nods. Peck goes up.
Pecks.
I mean, how do you look vaguely intelligent? I don't know. Yeah. Civilized.
I mean,
His eyes are a little wide.
yeah.
I fish into a pocket of my tunic and pull out a handful of seed.
I nod like vigorously at him, and I'm like, he's learning.
I don't garden.
They're for your mouth. You eat them.
Oh.
Eat them.
I say as I kind of hold up my hands.
So you're saying you've never seen another kobold ever?
Oh no. I grew up with kobolds. I just I wander now.
Did you see any kobolds come by?
Scott, did I see kobolds come by?
Listen, creative free liberties here, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a couple of them. But I was kind of just trying to follow and see where they went, but I fell in this trap.
So
I look at Thuntar this time and I'm like, this sounds good.
So
I nod and I say, well, we were supposed to have 4, and if I've counted correctly, 1, 3, 4, 4. That makes 4. So he could join our adventuring group. He seems trustworthy.
just so you know, Worm, the kobolds in the area, which, as you had already stated, are not a part of you. Like, you're not from this group of kobolds around here. They did, in fact, seem to be acting strangely. You'd seen them in the past, a couple months ago, when you first got to the area, not that long, like just a few months ago. They were often following around a goblin and taking a lot of orders from a goblin, which was friggin' weird. It was a goblin that wore robes and walked around, giving them lots of commands and whatnot, and spoke extremely well. It spoke to them in Draconic, which is your native tongue, with far better enunciation and vocabulary and whatnot than they have. So it was just one of those like, oh, that's weird. However, lately that is not the case anymore. Now they all seem to be following like their own little leaders. They have like they're kind of grouped together in bands. And from what you've noticed, because they don't attack you, they're not like, oh, kobold, let's kill it. They seem to just like, it's one of those, when they see you, they treat you like, all right, let's just not, like, don't come near us and we won't bother you because you're one of us, but not one of us.
Yeah.
Anyways, they all seem to have like one little leader that leads like, little groups as they run around. You've seen groups as small as 5, one leader with 4 followers, and as large as you couldn't really count that high, but a lot.
Okay. And how big was this group? Was this one of the larger, or?
Oh, the ones that passed through here. This was probably around a score, like 20.
Okay. So I say, yes, there were lots of kobolds around here.
So what Peck will start doing is, with the end of his staff, making numbers, but like tally. So it's like
Yeah.
He does
This
like
many?
5, and
This
then
many?
it's like, yeah,
More than that.
another 5. So eventually it gets to like around.
Yeah. About that, I think.
Solve the problem.
Yeah, so he's gonna say, well, it seems as though we were sent to get some kobolds in traps, but I wonder how much they'll pay if we get the ones that aren't in traps. And he looks at your character and says, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Career Joxo. You can call me Joxo.
Well, I can't say I trust you. However,
I don't trust you either.
we could totally use you.
Oh my
to
goodness!
Make some money.
That's like the same thing. We should be friends. So Jaco and the friends. That's us. That's our group now. And Birdman. You guys should
Okay.
make him.
And with that, we will, this first bit will be about half an hour long, a little crazy because of starting late and whatnot, but that's okay because we do still have about 3 hours left. So we'll take our first break with that, and we will see everybody shortly. So see you in about 5 minutes. Bye.